All right, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this Discover Western, your destination education presentation. My name is Brianna Clark, and I am one of the regional directors of recruitment with Western. I'm located out of Fort Collins and get to work with students in Northern Colorado as well as students coming from the West Coast. But we have several other admissions counselors and regional recruiters with Western who are able to help you out as well if you are not from one of those areas. I'm excited to share with you today just a snapshot of everything that Western Colorado University has to offer. If at any point throughout my presentation you have any questions or would like to ask something, please feel free to pop those into either the Q&A or the chat feature within the Zoom screen for yourself. I will get to all of those questions at the end of the presentation. All right, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, welcome to Gunnison, Colorado. Western Colorado University is located in Gunnison, which is a beautiful mountain town located right in the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. Here is a nice little map that shows you kind of a rough area of what is surrounding us. Gunnison is about 3.5 hours southwest of Denver. So for my students who live on the Front Range, I usually say you go up the mountain, back down the mountain, and then there you are in the Gunnison Valley. We are absolutely surrounded by Colorado adventure and all of the things that provides. 30 miles north of us is Crested Butte, which is a beautiful skiing and snowboarding town, as well as mountain biking and trails and all kinds of beautiful things in the summertime as well. 45 minutes to the east of us is Monarch Pass, which is more skiing and snowboarding, camping, and other outdoor hiking trails. About 10 miles south of us is Hartman's Rocks, which is mountain biking, trail running, and all kinds of different tracks available for students to be able to go out and experience the outdoors. And then 18 miles to the east, to the west of us is Blue Mesa Reservoir. Blue Mesa Reservoir is the largest body of water in Colorado, and that is how our students have easy access to water sports and things like sea kayaking and other fun adventures like that. Along with being able to provide our students with all of that great Colorado adventure and outdoor recreation, we also use the land surrounding us as a classroom space. We like to say that our backyard is nature's best classroom, especially for our students in biology, environment and sustainability, recreation, outdoor education, and really any major to do with the outdoors. 80% of the land surrounding Gunnison is public land, which means our students can get out there and actually get their hands dirty with hands-on learning application-based projects. A little bit more about Western and the academic front. A small community means big opportunities at Western. As a public university in Colorado, we have about 3,000 students in our undergraduate population and another 400 or so students in our graduate level programs. That means our class sizes are small. Our average class size at Western is about 16 students, but we do guarantee that you will never have a classroom with more than 66 students in it. That's our largest classroom space on campus, and that's as many chairs as we can fit in that room. To be honest, our professors do not like large class sizes, and they try to keep those down to anywhere between 24, 25 students at max. My graphic here on the screen, as you can see, is just a display of what a difference of a 16-person classroom might look like compared to a 500-seat lecture hall. Having just 16 students in the classroom means that our professors get to know you on a first-name basis like 2 weeks into freshman year. It also means that when you raise your hand to ask a question in class, your professor will be able to call on you by name, but will also be able to take the time to make sure that your question is answered and understood. Our professors have also been known to stop students at the local grocery store just to make sure that you're finding your place on campus, that you're getting connected, and to see if you need any help on that upcoming homework assignment, or really if there's anything that they can do to assist you in your college education experience. All right, moving on into chat about our academic offerings at Western. We have over 100 different academic programs that you can get involved in. Some of our more popular or top majors on campus include business administration, environment and sustainability, recreation, outdoor education, biology, elementary education, exercise and sports science, as well as some of our growing majors include mechanical engineering and computer science. But as I said, we have over 100 different offerings. So if there's something you are looking for, there is a very good chance that we are able to offer you an academic program within that area. I want to tell you a little bit more about some of our popular majors on campus and a little bit more detail about what our students are doing both inside and outside of the classroom within these top majors. Even though I'm talking specifically about these majors, it is a lot of the characteristics are for all of our programs on campus. Within the business administration program, our students in there are building really strong connections, both with their classmates and potential future employers and local area businesses. Business administration is our most popular major on campus, and it has the most number of students graduating within that program. That has to do with the fact that we have several different emphasis choices that students can choose from within that business administration program. And our students are doing some really amazing things in this program. Some students on campus that are doing the innovation and entrepreneurship major have even started their own businesses, and they haven't even graduated yet. Petroleum Geology is another one of our top programs, and it is a top program. It's one of the 5 national programs within Petroleum Geology. Just because of where we're located in the Gunnison Valley and our students' easy access to being able to get outside into the natural environment of where they will be working hands-on within this major provides that opportunity for our students to grow in those areas. Exercise and sports science is another top major of ours at Western. At our elevation of 7,750 feet above sea level, we are provided a unique opportunity that we also have a master's degree in high altitude exercise physiology. So with our graduate students working on that research, our undergraduate students are also assisting in some of that research as well, working hands-on with clients and people in the area to figure out exactly what the effect of altitude is on athletes and people who are trying to remain active or active lifestyles. Within biology, we have a lot of basically live streaming opportunities in sense of going out and walking into the middle of the river, taking actual samples, getting up close and personal with the environment, biology, ecology, and all of the things that our students are learning about in the classroom. They're able to get out and do it hands-on in the Gunnison Valley. And a couple new programs at Western within just the last few years or so. We have started a partnership with University of Colorado Boulder for both our mechanical engineering and our computer science programs. These programs were able to come about from a donation from Paul M. Rady. He is an alum of Western, and when he graduated with a petroleum geology degree, he recently donated $80 million back to Western, which is how we were able to have this amazing opportunity and a brand new mechanical engineering computer science building on campus. The way that these two programs work in partnership with CU Boulder is that you get to spend all 4 years on Western's campus with our small class sizes, our very accessible faculty, as well as the Gunnison grandeur and the amazing opportunities that that has to offer. Your last 2 years, you're technically a CU Boulder student because you'll be taking classes from CU professors who are living in Gunnison. And ultimately, you end up graduating with a degree in either mechanical engineering or computer science from the University of Colorado Boulder. It is an excellent opportunity and a great program if those are at all ones that you are interested in. And it saves some money and some different resources within coming to our program. Another really great offering that we have at Western is what we call our accelerated degree programs, or 3+2s. A bachelor's degree, or that undergraduate degree that you are pursuing after graduating from high school, can and should take 4 years. Anymore, colleges are quoting 5- and 6-year graduation rates at students because it is sometimes taking 5 to 6 years to complete that bachelor's degree. At Western, we have a promise where if we call it 15 to degree, that if you're taking 15 credits a semester and you are doing what you need to as far as going to class, doing your homework assignments, asking questions of professors, not dropping any classes without talking to your advisors, passing them the first time through, those kinds of things. If you take 15 credits a semester, that puts you at enough credits to graduate in 4 years. After getting your bachelor's, depending on what careers you're looking into, you might also be considering pursuing a master's degree. Depending on what that master's program is, and depending on if you're going full-time or part-time and your other responsibilities along with being a student, those master's programs could take another 2 to 5 or 10 years. What the accelerated degree programs do is they combine those bachelor's and that master's degree into 5 years. Your first 3 years, you're entirely focused on undergraduate classes. Your 4th year is a hybrid year where you're taking undergraduate and graduate level classes. also so that you can keep making sure that you get your financial aid and scholarships. That 5th year is entirely online and you are taking your master's classes and finishing that degree. On the screen here, you can see what I have to offer in our accelerated degree programs as of this presentation, but we are adding more and more programs to these every year. If these are at all something that you're interested in, definitely let me know and I will connect you with the appropriate faculty and staff and be able to answer your questions. At Western, we are absolutely dedicated to the success of our students. The whole point of getting a college degree is that you're graduating with a degree that will help you get a job after you graduate. And we want to help you in every way possible to make sure that you succeed in that area. We offer all kinds of support services on campus, including our disability services, our academic advisors, our writing and math tutoring centers, as well as career services, our meta majors, and the trailhead. A couple more specifics that I want to chat with in more detail is our EPIC mentorship program. EPIC stands for Experienced Peers Initiating Connections. Every incoming student at Western, regardless of if you're a freshman or a transfer student, you will be assigned an EPIC mentor. EPIC mentors are usually assigned around April, May of your senior year after you have paid your deposit to indicate that you're planning on coming to Western. This is your person that you can call or text and reach out to anytime, the summer while you're getting ready to come to campus, and then even your first and second semester. Our students have talked about how they have been either confused or overwhelmed while in their classes, and then being able to reach out to the EPIC mentor has been such a safety net for them. Many of our EPIC mentors have said they've gone out for long hikes with their mentees just to have some great conversations. Your EPIC mentor is also there. If you remember that I said that there was tutoring on campus, but you weren't really sure where to go find it, you can text your EPIC mentor to figure out where that office is at. Or even just to say, hey, is anybody else going to the basketball game? I'd love to put a group of students together to do that. It's a really, really great program and our students are enjoying the EPIC mentors, especially with keeping them coming back semester after semester at Western. I'd also like to touch base on our career services at Western. We offer and help all of our students prepare resumes and practice interview skills as you're heading in to get ready for those job interviews. We make sure that you are prepped and ready so that as you are going in, you know exactly how to sell yourself as a potential future employee of those businesses and making sure that you're successful in finding those jobs after you graduate. All right, next I want to definitely touch base on affordability and costs of attending Western Colorado University. Cost is always a huge factor in your college search decision and finding that place that is most affordable and that best fit for you. At Western, we like to say that we have a low cost but a very high value. Even with being a small university in the middle of Gunnison, we have hit Forbes Top 100 in the West. We've also been recognized as a college of distinction and we're environmentally friendly with a lot of several LEED certified buildings on campus to help make sure that we are given back to the environment. That being said, here's a snapshot of what my tuition costs are at Western University. So anyone who is an in-state Colorado student who is graduating from a Colorado high school after attending that for 3 years is considered an in-state student, and your tuition is coming in at just under $7,000. If you are attending a high school anywhere else that is not in Colorado, you would be considered an out-of-state student, and your tuition is coming in at just under $19,000. Both of those are coming in well under the national averages as far as in-state and out-of-state tuition costs across the nation, providing some really great opportunities for you to save some money on your bachelor's degree and that undergraduate pursuits. 80% of our students are receiving some form of financial aid at Western to help offset some of those costs for attending a university, and 100% of our students are considered for merit aid as soon as they've applied and been accepted to Western. So how that merit aid scholarship works is it's based off of your GPA. Any student who has a 3.35 GPA or higher will automatically receive one of these merit scholarships as soon as they are accepted. We have different scholarship tiers. The higher your cumulative GPA, the higher your scholarship is that you will receive. These scholarships are for the entire year, and they can be renewed for up to 4 years of your education at Western. You can see my breakdown between my in-state and out-of-state students. If you are at the East Merit Scholarship as an in-state student with a 3.35 GPA, and you're receiving that $2,500 scholarship, If you remember our tuition costs from the page from the screen before this, we're cutting your tuition by a third on that price to really help save you some money there. We also have additional scholarship opportunities available for our students. We have a first generation scholarship. So any student who identifies as a first generation student and meets those criteria is automatically awarded a $500 scholarship. And then we have common scholarships and other scholarships is what we call them. Those are all listed on our scholarships website, western.edu/scholarships. It's up to you as the student to go through those and see which ones you potentially qualify for and which ones you want to apply. We have ones that are based on the program that you're going into, extracurriculars, as well as just some demographic information and some others on that side. There's great opportunities for students being able to apply for these scholarships to offset your cost. And one thing for Western, those common scholarships are available for students to apply for even after you've gotten to campus and are a current student. So that is something to look forward to for application processes and opportunities for funds for your college education even after starting. All right, part of the college experience is not just what you're experiencing inside of the classroom within your academic areas, but it also has to do with your experiences outside of the classroom. At Western, we have a state-of-the-art Mountaineer Field House that has all of the equipment that you could need for any athletic endeavor. We have a 200-meter indoor running track with 3 multi-purpose courts. There is a trampoline and foam pit, as well as multiple weight rooms for our students to be able to make sure that they are staying active, strong, and healthy while still attending classes. And all of our athletic programs will participate and practice at some way, shape, or form within the Mountaineer Field House. Speaking of athletics, we have several different options for our students to get involved. We have our NCAA Division II sports, which are very similar to all of the division athletics at other universities. If you are at all interested in one of those division athletics, I highly recommend that you go to the website, gomountaineers.com/recruitme. This will take you to our prospective student athlete forms. Make sure to fill out the form that pertains to the sport that you're interested in so that coach can get your contact information. Then recommend just sending your coach an email saying that you're interested and asking what they're looking for in a student athlete and if there's anything that you can do to send their way to show them what you are bringing to the team. We also have club, intramural, and mountain sports teams. Our club and mountain sports teams are competitive. They travel as a team, practice as a team, and compete as a team in a very similar way to our division athletics, sometimes just not quite as intensive of a practice schedule. And then intramurals is pickup games of basketball, volleyball, ultimate frisbee, whatever happens that our students happen to want to do that week. There is absolutely something for everyone within our 50 different clubs and organizations that we have at Western. Our 50 different clubs fall into one of several categories. Many are academic focused, like our psychology or math clubs. We have art and music, both with theater, choir, band, and orchestra, as well as some visual art programs for students that are enjoying sculpting, painting, photography, or any number of other art mediums. And then we have our passion and service-based clubs and organizations like Organics Guild, Spectrum, as well as our outdoor recreation, hunting, fishing, things along those lines. We have our multicultural center that is home to several groups of students that come from different backgrounds. We have our Black Student Alliance, our Polynesian Chant and Dance group, and several others. And our Wilderness Pursuits office is for any student that wants to try an outdoor activity. Our Wilderness Pursuits office rents out the equipment that you need for any of those outdoor adventures, and they will even show you how to go rock climbing, paddle boarding, or any number of adventures. All of our clubs and organizations at Western are student-started and student-led. So it was a student at some point in time said that we need to have an organics guild on campus. They worked with the Student Government Association and they made it happen, and now it is a full-blown club. All of our clubs and organizations on Western are also open to any and all students, regardless of your major, your background, or any other identifying characteristic. If you want to join theater club just to join theater, go for it. We will keep you and we will love you in all of those groups. Another unique opportunity that Western has is our mountain rescue team. Western is the only college in the nation that has a certified mountain rescue team where our students are responsible for going out and finding lost or injured hikers or other individuals who are out in the wilderness and need assistance. This is such a great service that we provide to the Gunnison Valley with our students, and they are always excused from classes as well if they are out on one of these rescue ops. It is open to any student that wants to join Mountain Rescue Team. We do the training for you and make sure that you're prepared to go out and help those individuals in need. And study abroad is a question that we are often asked, and we absolutely have study abroad opportunities for our students. We suggest waiting until your second semester of your sophomore year or junior year before you go, just to make sure that you're acclimated to the full college experience. But we have over 140 different opportunities to take your experience to a different country. You would work with our study abroad office, and we promise two things. All credits you take while studying abroad will transfer back as courses you need to graduate. So it's not adding any extra time onto your academic curriculum or your academic degree path. And then also your scholarships and financial aid can apply to that semester. So it's as affordable as a regular semester is at Western. And then we would make sure as you're working with the study abroad office that you're finding a location that makes the most sense based on what you're looking for, as well as the degree program that you're going into. A common question that I am asked as a college recruiter / admissions counselor is who is the student that does best at Western, or what are we looking for in a typical student who does well at Western? So we kind of turned this around and said, if you have any of the following characteristics, you should absolutely go Western. So you should go Western if your gear bag is bigger than your clothes closet. Just because of all of the outdoor adventure that we have around, our students will ask and make sure that they have more room for their gear than any of their clothes. Fun fact, you can fit about 3 mountain bikes in your dorm room comfortably, or if you want to be real uncomfortable in your dorm room and need 4 mountain bikes. You should absolutely go Western if you set lofty goals just because they're excuses to keep climbing. Because of the hands-on opportunities and the different things that are available for our students, they're constantly goal setting and they're constantly achieving those goals as they are reaching higher and higher beyond what they ever thought imaginable. You should go Western if your idea of a great college professor is one who holds office at 14,000 feet. Sometimes our professors do not want to be inside of a classroom any more than you do. So they will absolutely take that class outside and try and find some hands-on application-based learning opportunities for you that is outside of the classroom. And you should absolutely go Western if you'd rather have college pay off for you than get stuck paying off college. College debt and loans are a serious conversation to always be having as you're looking at your financial package and the college and university that you want to go to. At Western, we believe we're providing an affordable education and one that will provide you a lot of really great opportunities that will help make sure that you're paying off that investment that you are making in yourself. Together at Western, we will absolutely be able to launch your future into whatever direction you want that to go into. I want to share with you just a few quick stories of some of our more famous alumni and kind of what they've been doing since they graduated from Western. This is Sean Markey. When he first graduated from high school, he spent the next 10 years as a truck driver. He decided that he actually didn't really want to be a truck driver anymore and came to Western, graduated from us, went on to med school, and is now a neurosurgeon in Denver. This is Kate Robinson. She is a network engineer with the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory. When she first came to Western, she didn't own a computer and wasn't 100% sure what she wanted to study, but got involved in some different things, found the engineering program, and really loves what she is doing. This is Austin Eckler. When he came to Western and he graduated with his bachelor's degree, he was not recruited by any other football sports teams except for Western, but he worked really, really hard with our coaches and is now running back with the NFL. And this is Joshua Brennan. He played football at Western and studied exercise and sports science. And today he's an operations assistant with the Denver Broncos and is loving every minute of it. We absolutely want you to come on out and check out Western for yourself. These virtual presentations are fantastic for giving you a snapshot of Western, but nothing compares to you actually being able to walk across campus for yourself and experience what we have to offer you firsthand. Meeting with those professors and faculty and other current students will give you an idea of if you feel like you would be happy and successful on the Western campus. You can go to western.edu/visit to look at your options and your dates. We do have a couple large preview days coming up. We have one this weekend on September 18th, if you don't have any plans. And then we have one in October, at the end of October as well. If you come out for one of the preview days, we have one night of free lodging that we can cover for you. If you're not able to make it to campus and you want to keep checking out these virtual events, you can go to western.edu/recruitment events to see what other upcoming virtual presentations that we have for you. That is a very quick snapshot of what Western Colorado University has to offer you. My contact information is here on the screen, so if you want to jot that down or take a picture of it, please do. You can reach out to me anytime with questions or for me to be able to help